Hello everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marshall3498, and on today's motovlog, what I'm like to talk about is motorcycle related as usual, and that topic is it's going to be comparing two bikes. As a disclaimer, I'm not riding either one of these bikes. This is just really a rolling podcast and a conversation about two motorcycles that I'm interested in both in. That's the problem, and that is the Trail 125, the glorious Trail 125, that I can't stop watching stuff on YouTube about, from accessories to things it'll do to things it won't do. And granted, I know it's a low horsepower bike, but I like the small bore idea of having a cheap, easy to ride bike. Something gets really good gas mileage, tires are cheap, everything's easy to work on, everything's simple. But I've not ridden one, so I'm not riding it as a yes, check, I'll take that, because yes, I'm on a 2023 KTM 890 Adventure, an off-road bike already. Why do I need another off-road bike or adventure bike or small bore dual sport, whatever you want to call the Trail 125? But it has lots of little quirks that I'm willing to accept, but I've never ridden that small of a bike with that low horsepower. I think it's like 8.7 horsepower. I don't know what the BHP is in Europe for it. I have no idea. Because that's measured different. But, they're only a 4-speed. So, yes, and the way they're tuned, they're not highway capable at all. The speed you can get out of them that I've seen is literally like 52 miles an hour. And that's with a fairly flat road and not climbing any sort of hill at all. But I'm kind of okay with that, I think, but I'm not 100% sure, because I like the nostalgia-ness of it. Yes, I could take it on roads like this and have a ball, but I don't necessarily want the power to be so low that after like a week or a month of riding it, I'm like, this thing is so slow that it's going to get me hurt. I'm not going to be able to get away from a bad situation. Say that one car that you you have plenty of run-up room to get up to speed. What if that one car is going faster than what you thought? Then all of a sudden you don't have that power to escape a little bit. I don't know. And I don't want to run in that situation and get rear-ended by somebody going 15, 20 miles above the speed limit on a road that the speed limit it's barely capable of doing that. And like I just looked up on the other day, a guy's channel, I'll leave his channel down the link in the comments. He had a Trail 125, and then he bought a Honda 300 LS for low seat, the one that has it's orange and white and battleship gray, kind of like this is in places, and it's a 300, so you got 24-ish horsepower instead of that. It's still not a heavy bike. It's still barely over 300 pounds. It's much more off-road, it's much more off-road capable than a Trail 125, because it has, like 9 inches of space to travel front and rear. The Trail, I think, has like 4 or 3, like 0.8. It's not very much. But the Trail, it's got its advantages over the other bike too. It is a little bit lighter, but not a whole lot. But it's meant for going up stuff like that. Stuff low, going low and slow, basically, for lack of a better term. You don't have that hand clutch to worry about that friction zone. You could literally go 2 miles an hour up a road like that on the Trail 125, and it wouldn't care because you can't stall it. But is it so bad on the road and so slow that it's going to be dangerous? Yeah, I could ride it on roads like this and it would be perfectly adequate. And you could take it off road just like you could on the Honda 300 LS. But the LS has a lower seat height, which makes it a little bit easier to ride for someone, like 5'10" or under. I'm 5'10". I can flat foot almost the bike I'm riding now. And there's times off road where you have to put a foot down, or the trail is like cantered or cambered to one side, or a big rut you don't want to put your foot in, but you can't reach. And I don't know. I don't want to get something, fall in love with it, have it a month or two, and then realize this is it for me, lose money, then have to wait on it to sell it, and all that stuff. And I just kind of I don't know. I don't know what I really want to do on that one, because the Honda 300 LS, yes, it's not a lot of power, but it'll still do like 70 miles an hour fairly easily. It'll go a little faster than that, but not a whole lot. So, you know, is it that much better of a bike where you don't have to worry about that because, you know, the power is so much better? I don't know. But, you know, power levels aside, you know, it's a 6-speed, not a 4-speed. It makes a lot more power, and it still gets pretty good gas mileage. It's pushing a little over 70. And it's a bike that you could really hone your off-road skill on, ride it for a couple years, and if you wanted to keep it, it'd be so cheap and so easy to insure and to work on, just like the trail. You kind of just keep it if you had room. And you know, all of us would love to have 5 or 6 bikes in our garage if we could afford it. Let's be honest, but that's just not the case. So you got to pick one over the other and figure out which one worked for you and what won't, and kind of go from there. That's why they make so many motorcycles. There's lots of different motorcycles for every kind of genre and every type of rider and type of area and type of terrain and yada 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 and so on and so on. But you know, they're really good motorcycles. You can't beat a Honda. You could ride it for 2 or 3 years, turn around and sell it, go to the next one. You know, like if you started on the trail and then wanted to go to the other one, you could do that. But do you really want to? Who knows? You know, that's up to the rider and the owner and all that stuff. Whoa, there's a bunch of glass or something all on the road back there. And it's just one of those things like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I really don't. I like both bikes. I would gladly own both of them, but I can't buy both, and I don't have the room for both. So, you know, it's kind of a dilemma, like, which do you go for? Do you go the one you know you'll like, or the one you won't like as much? You know, I don't need another motorcycle, no, but it would be nice to have another one. You know, I like having options. You know, motorcycles are, you know, my hobby, the thing I love to do the most. I'm lucky enough in East Tennessee where I live, you can just about ride year round if you're willing to put on some layers and be a little bit cold. There's about a month and a half ish that it'll get down in the 20s and barely get up in the 30s. And on that point, you know, roads could freeze. Any kind of precipitation that falls could be dangerous, even a car. So that, like, December to mid-January, I just kind of like, just let the bikes chill. Watch some more YouTube stuff. Maybe order some parts or work on the bikes or get some, you know, over winter maintenance done and stuff like that. But that's about all I got for today's motovlog, guys. If you've not already done so, please like and subscribe. I upload every week. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think about today's motovlog. And ride safe. We'll see you on the next one. See you.